We are back with our third episode of The Truth of Being Illuminated on the Third House. I'm so excited to be here with beloved Prashant, as I'm sure many of you are excited to continue in our series and our uncovering of the true meaning of the houses. So, the third house is the house of Gemini. People see it and speak of it as the house of communication, of writing ability, of short distance travels, of ambidextery and an ability with the hands, so craftsmanship. Would you like to share with us your interpretation of the third house?
Okay, Julie, the thing is with the third house is this. Okay, we have to remember the second house first before we go into the third house. Is that okay? You have a family, you've eaten, you're a baby, you have eaten, whatever you eat or drink, milk or whatever you've done. Now, what do you get from that after that? You get some energy, right? And what does the baby start doing? Like, it starts crawling on its hands. It starts taking a journey, right? Which is what you call a short journey. That's third house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And when you grow up after breakfast, like when people eat breakfast, after that, they have some energy. And what do? They usually go for something after that. They do something. They walk, do something so that energy use is third house, basically. So then it becomes a house of courage automatically.
Yeah, willpower, right?
It's just courage because, like a baby starts moving away from its like secure environment of its cradle to exploring the how, like going around, you need courage for that, right?
Yes.
It shows how much courage you have. Like as much courage you have, as much you will explore. So third house becomes a house of courage that way, and like the first words people start speaking and stuff, after that, things and babies and stuff. So that's how the communication aspect comes in. So it's like this. So all of these things, that energy. So it's the first house of outflow of energy. First you were self was there. Second, you were being nourished. Okay. Third, you are now ready for first outflow of energy. The very first outflow of energy. So that's what third house is. So if you see it like that, like baby's first steps, okay, or like crawling or something like that, and then later turns to walking and little steps, and then all of that. So all of that is third house, and then communication and speech, how it develops. And when you're 3 year old, isn't it like you're 3 years old at the time?
Oh, when you start speaking.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
1, 2, 3 again. Yeah. You might say little words in 2 when you're 2, but 3, you will definitely start putting more sentences together or more words together, and all of that. So people can see that the similarities with human life, even 1, 2, 3, what happens in those years. So third house is all of that, and so it is the first your basically exploration of this world. So that's why it's called the house of desires, because it's your desire to explore, to find out what is nearby. So people will, if they're living in a city right now, they'll go, oh, I have not been to that part, let me go to that part. That kind of thing, impulse, is coming from the third house, basically. So any such impulse, like where you are exploring anything and all of that. Now, in today's age, what do people explore now more? Is
on the internet.
Internet, yes. So then browsing. Surfing.
The new short distance travel.
Surfing. Right? So how it will come under third house again? Do you understand? I'm just trying to explain how that will be.
Yeah, how it translates over. Yeah.
It translates over to third house again.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and it became a house for writing as well, which I can say it is the start of writing. Like when people like are writing a novel or whatever, a book or whatever, then they're exploring a territory. Like that's also an exploration. Okay, so that also comes in the third house.
And that's why creatives are also seen from this house, the house of talent, because it's the exploration of a creative project.
The creative project also, like, and since it's hands, so anything you're going to do with your hands, like if you're going to play guitar or you're going to paint or you're going to do whatever with the hands,
Yes.
then third house will have a play in that as well. And when you crawl, you use the hands anyways.
Mm-hmm.
When so it's all of those things. It's basically the baby crawling. If you use that imagery here and there, that is third house. From that, you can get a whole lot of out of it, what it actually means as a whole.
Oh, okay. So because in the third house you're exploring, would that still indicate that you have, let's say, talent from the chart, or that talent isn't necessarily seen from the third house since it's just the exploration?
Exploration is energy.
Okay.
There's no such word as talent exactly, which I don't like to use the word talent at all.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I mean, every like you're doing something, and you might find that something is easy for you when you do it, or something is more tough for you when you do it. That's all.
Yeah.
Depending on your past actions or past karmas or whatever. That's all. So I'm not a fan of the word talent, anyways. Because it's it doesn't actually mean anything, because everything, like people say, oh, you're so talented at that, whatever, but you might have worked, a whole lot of hard work might have gone into.
Well, a better word would be skilled.
Yeah, skilled or whatever, but I think it's just energy.
Oh, okay.
And energy in a certain area, applying energy in a certain area, whatever you choose to apply.
It's got momentum in that direction.
Yeah, that's up. Yeah. So the exploration, and then like now messages, short messaging, and all of that comes in the third house, because hands are involved, fingers, and quick tapping, and.
So if you have an activated third house, you probably are like on all the little groups and.
Yeah, and that thing. Or somebody can just be on a computer game all day like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right. That's also, so whenever you see that happening, it's
very true, and I can attest for it. My best friend, she has Rahu, Moon, Saturn in the third house of Capricorn in Uttarashada and Shravana, and the whole day Instagram.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yes, and because Capricorn is where you'll work hard, wherever the sign comes.
Yeah,
so like
build a following and everything.
Yeah. So a lot of hard work and a lot of continuous pecking away at things, and so third house has become an important house, especially in today's world, because of the browsing and that thing and stuff, and getting to the thing.
And like businesses coming and getting known through these social media outlets. So it's like building a presence there.
Yeah. For that you have to do communication. And you're communicating. So all of that is third house again. You're communicating and all of that. And so again, third house. So third house has become a very, very crucial sort of house in this day and age, because of what all it represents. Because if you want to find out the right thing, you have to browse the right way, and you have to get to the right thing. And because there's so much stuff online that to discern what is what and all of that. For that, we'll come to another house at some point, the discernment part. But third house is the actual energy, impulse, activation of your basic desire to get to something, or like a baby wants to get, like they give it's a small road, that thing goes, I will walk from here, like crawl from here to that wall, or crawl from here to that. So it's like giving yourself those goals. Yeah, achieving those goals basically.
So if you had like a strong exalted planet, would this indicate you have perhaps more energy?
Yeah, you'll be always up for it. Like the people who are up for it. They're called, like, they're generally up for it. Like, you're not going to be lazy.
Okay.
In that, like, you'll not be like, oh no, I can't be bothered, like that kind of thing. So third house gives you that initiative, that impulse, that desire. So it's part of the desire triangle, 3rd, 7th, 11th. Okay. So that's a desire triangle, and it's the first beginning, spark, light of of that, the first fire of that, basically.
And is there any falsity of the third house that's common in today's knowledge in relation to it that you want to dispel?
Well, third houses, a lot of people, like, like they just say, like, okay, it's short journeys and just that kind of things and stuff like that, which it is, can be seen as that. But like, my point is, it's much more than that, like it's, like in the days, like they don't know that browsing and stuff is also that,
Mm.
or or any kind of surfing or anything, like in the virtual world also is third house. So its implications are more far overreaching compared to what is commonly said in that thing. So I think it's a house which not enough importance is given to in general, that thing, it's one of those houses where people don't pay much attention to it when it is very crucial in this day and age, because in this day and age people are supposed to be able to find things and get to the right thing, and that is the onus, because that's why all this net and stuff has been given. So the onus comes onto beings in order to, they can't say that I didn't know, or onus falls on you to find the right thing, and to be able to, no matter where you are in the world, everybody has got the same, like basic playing ground, internet, like, and with the same net connection, once you're browsing, everybody's the same right at the time, like there is no, it's a level playing field, basically, and it's up to you.
The researching that usually is seen from the eighth house, are you saying that that also would apply to this third house?
Yes, it's 8 from 8.
Oh, perfect. Well, look at that.
Yeah, no research without the third house.
Beautiful.
No chance of that. So
beautiful.
No search or research.
Yeah. And just Kritika, I just think of Kritika. Does this relate to this energy at all? Because it's the third nakshatra and it's kind of like that fire, that spark. Does it?
Yeah, because you need that. And when you go into how Kritika becomes important, and that is like, it's a different area, but I'll say some words on it. It becomes important is like when you decide to actually explore, and that thing, you will have to cut a lot of things.
Oh.
Okay, first you have to cut your ties with your nice little crib, which which you will have to leave. Second, third, after that you'll have to cut a lot of different options. If you're traveling, for example, you have to cut so many options. I'm not going to go here, not going to go, like, so hundreds of options you're going to cut to come to one clarity. I'm going to go here, right? So there's a whole lot of cutting involved in order to even exercise the third house.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Without that, you can't really exercise it. Like, for example, if you start from your house and you have 4 places you have to go to at the same time, like I'm going to go to, then you can't go to either. You will not be like, where am I going to go to then? Like, you can't really do that. You'll have to have a very clear cut. I'll go there, and then maybe I'll go there, and then I'm there, and then I'll come. Like, whatever, So there is a cutting required. Where will I go to first, and whatever, the whole thing, So third house needs that kind of thing, and especially in browsing and internet and stuff. That's the most important thing in this day and age, isn't it? Like, sorting out the wheat from the chaff, and there's so much nonsense and misinformation and all of that. You have to sort through all of that to get to some sort of information or some sort of. So
yes, and it's funny because I see like the divine or these kind of mystical elements that they play through the technology, and they'll just pop out like a specific video that's meant for you to see at this time in your life, and it will contain some special message for you. So
yeah,
see that inner working through this medium as well.
Yeah, because it is the mirror to the 9th house, and 9th house is that kind of luck and fate, like this kind of.
Oh yes, that's
so,
right.
So third is mirroring, that, and but it'll happen through the via the third finally.
Yes.
Yeah. So that aspect is there because of the ninth house. Okay, which we'll cover in ninth house when we get to ninth house. But for now, it is just right to say that it is like it is the seventh mirror relationship with the ninth house, which allows the third house to have that.
Beautiful, beautiful explanation. Beautiful. Thank you. So grateful to you, beloved. Namaste to you.